Hello, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm super excited about our card tonight. I know that you guys have heard me talking about being at the Krazy Kreations event coming up, and so I wanted to share some of the stuff that you can get at Krazy Kreations. I'll put a link in the post after the video. It's not important to use necessarily my link because it's not a an affiliate link, but it's just a link to the shop. So when you pop on, say hi Vicky. How are you? Thank you for popping in. We are going to do some snowman fun tonight, and there is a giveaway. So the card that we make tonight, I will give away at the end, after the video is finished. Everyone who does the bonus word, types the bonus word in, will be entered in the drawing. So I'm about to tell you what that bonus word is, so you can type it if you would like to win this card. And tonight, there might be a surprise with the card, so you could get very lucky tonight. So I need you to put snow. Just type the word snow. And if you type the word snow, your name will be in the drawing. Hi, Christina. Happy to see you guys here. So I'm going to use Krazy Kreations. This is their website, krazycreations.us, and it starts with K for crazy and K for creations. So krazycreations.us. You want to get lucky? You got to type the word snow to be in the drawing, and maybe you will get lucky. So these stickers right here are silver snowflakes. They come from Krazy Kreations. Krazy Kreations has a lot of outline stickers that look like this, and you can color on glitter paper. They also have colored glitter paper. So this is this is their green set of green colored glitter. Isn't this so glittery fun? And then this is the glitter paper that is called, it's the white one. Hold on, let me find out what the name of it is, because I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, Cool. This is COOL. This is the Cool paper. The other one that they have is called Warm, and it has gold in it. But for Snowman, I felt like we needed the Cool. In addition to Krazy Kreations, we're also going to use this Paper Rose paper pack. So I love this stuff. I got mine at scrapbook.com over Black Friday. So woohoo! It's made in Australia, so you have to find it at a different kind of shop. So just look around, and you can find it. They have amazing pattern paper, and I love it. So that's what we're using tonight. If you're hanging out on the live tonight and you have time, then I will give you all of the measurements for the card that we're going to make tonight. If you don't have time to hang out, then don't worry. I'm going to upload this to YouTube, and you can watch the replay. I'm sorry, replay watchers, if you weren't on the live, you can't type the keyword because we will have already given away the prize. So just FYI, you want to be live to win. So I will announce the word throughout the video. And those who've been watching this month know that this is for the month of December, and I've been doing it each live in December. So, hey Cheryl, how are you? I'm doing great. So these are the outline stickers I chose for tonight. As you can see, I've already used this snowman and this snowman in these really cute snow globes. This is not what we're making tonight, but this is what I used them on, so that I could give them as tags on presents. And I'm going to do that so they are off to the side. They also have these really cool things like this that are really large tags where you can paper piece on the glitter and color and all the good things. So they have some really cool stuff out there. But tonight we're going to create a card, and it's also going to be a gift card holder. So I did this shape of card many, many moons ago, but never in this design. So you'll be able to see it and get the measurements and all the things tonight. So what I want to do is I want to do the snowmen on the cool paper, and I want to do a couple of trees in the green. So I'm just going to peel these outlines off. It just looks like that. And it's pretty easy to put on the paper if you start at one end and just lay it down and then just let it fall and then press it down. And then it's usually pretty easy. The really big long ones are a little bit more challenging, but this one's pretty easy. I also want a dark green tree, and maybe I want more than one, so since I've already used the other snowmen, so we'll just use all the trees tonight. So I usually just let it fall, and then just it stays its shape. So just give it a second to just, I usually take it off the backing and then just hold it and give it a second to get its shape. And if you want, you can even put it off the page, like this part of the sticker off the page, like this, so you don't have to cut around the stem. So sometimes I do this if I don't really feel like cutting off the stem, or I will use my tweezers and I will lift this up when I'm cutting so that I don't have to cut that solid piece. So that's generally how I handle these types of little, and then I just press it down with my finger, or I'll flip it over and use my soda press. If you don't have the soda press pop thingy, this thingy, again, I use it every night. I don't want to press where the bottom of that is. So just right here. And it'll give you a really good hold on that. We're not coloring in it, so I'm not so worried about it. But when we get ready to lay the one down that we're going to color on, I'm going to be a little more careful with those. And tonight we are going to use Olos with these. They're juicier, so they tend to just fill up the paper really fast. Now, I know the question comes along, can you color on the colored glitter paper? The answer to that question is yes. But the colored paper, when you color on the colored paper, I'm just going to put this as a sample so you can see. It's going to be influenced by the color that's underneath it. So darker one is going to be harder to see. A lighter one is going to be easier to see. Hello, Diana. Here's the code word for tonight. And I'll show you that if I chose a pink color like RV 1.3 Olo and I did this heart, you could still see the pink. It's just influenced a little by the green, but you can definitely color on the already colored paper. So if I wanted this blue jay to be blue and I did it on a light blue paper and then colored the heart in pink, I would be fine. So you can still color on this paper just like you can on this paper. It's just going to mute the color based on whatever color this is. So see the difference? It's much brighter on the white, much duller on the green. But just so you know how that works, I just thought I would share that so you'll know, because these are so fun to do. So if you like glitter paper, by all means, this is your place. Now I have a full sheet here, but I'm really skimpy on my on my paper, so I use every bit I possibly can. And I was pretty sure I could get this snowman on this paper, so I kept the paper. Now I'm just going to peel him from the top down See, he's a little wiggly and he'll try to stick to your hand, but if you just give it a second, he will come together nicely. So just get the bottom portion down. Sometimes I go too far and then the hand sticks off and you got to lift it up, but until you press it down, you can lift it back up. So if I decided this wasn't in the right place, I could just lift it right back up. So no problems with that whatsoever. We're going to color all of him, so that's exciting. But look, he has no mouth, so his mouth is still on here. Hey, Sandra. So I'm going to pull that mouth off. Well, this is the extra piece. I don't want that. I just want the little mouth. And then I'm going to place it wherever I want to put it. So maybe right here would be good. And that makes my little snowman happy. Hey, Sandra, I'm so happy to see you. Now, I have snowflakes on here, and you could use those, but I also had these, and I may use these instead, just because I think they're so pretty, and they're silver, and I don't really have a lot of things I need them for, so I'm going to go ahead and burnish all of this on there. Just make sure I got a really good hold. I don't have to press hard. I just have to rub the image on there. Make sure it's on there good. Yes. Oh, you've never seen these before? Oh my goodness. This is one of my favorite glitter companies right here. I will be at their retreat at the end of January in Arizona. So I do have a special pair of scissors that I use when I'm cutting out Krazy Kreations, because this paper is made with double-sided sticky tape. So one side goes on a piece of white paper and the other side you apply the glitter. So it's very sticky when you cut it. So I have a pair of scissors here with some washi tape on them, and those tell me that those are my my sticky scissors. So you might want to have one specific pair of scissors, because I have ruined a few pair of scissors cutting out Krazy Kreations a lot. So now you save the rest of your glitter paper and you can use it for something else. I wanted this for my trees. So these will be in the background, and we didn't even have to color them because they already color the glitter paper for you. They have some that have pattern paper behind it, which is really neat. Smart to have scissors just for that. It is. You need it for sure. So here's the code word. If you want to win this card, you have to type in the word snow. I have it on the screen the whole time so you can see it. I am going to go ahead and cut these real quick, and then we're going to color this. So I'm going to lift the stem up so I don't have to cut the glitter paper where the stem is. I just don't want to do that. It's too much of a pain to cut really skinny lines. You can cut this with a Brothers Scan and Cut very, very easily. This is the reason I purchased my Brothers Scan and Cut, so I could cut my Krazy Kreations stuff out. Because of the bold black line, it cuts them perfectly. It's really great. And I use my Scan and Cut for other things, but I don't mind fussy cutting, so I thought on the live we could fussy cut, and while I'm fussy cutting, you guys can ask me any questions if you have any questions to ask. Yay, snow, 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 snow. So tonight's a special night. We're making a card, but it's a gift card holder as well. And it may have a little surprise in the gift card holder area for whoever wins the card tonight. Just wanted to throw a little special something in there for all my friends that hang out with me in the evenings. We finally got the whole water thing situated. They filled in the trench today, so we're very happy about that. Went to the water company to see if they'd give me a break on the water bill because of the leak, so I won't know about that for 30 days or so. It's been a little bit crazy around here, although I'm thankful it didn't happen on Christmas. Yes, it is a time saver. And it's sometimes those really skinny lines are kind of hard to cut. So I usually, if I can at all not cut it, I would be happy. Now, if you're not as great at fussy cutting and you can see like little white areas around the edges, you don't have to worry about that. You just have to take your black marker and just go around the edge. Probably everybody's seen this trick already, but just in case you haven't, you just go around the edges like this and no one will ever know if you fussy cut super great or not, because it's just gonna finish it off and make it look fabulous. That's one thing I love about it. Now you won't see any of those white spots. So it looks like I did a great job cutting that out. No problem whatsoever. I do this even on my hand colored images. If I fussy cut them out instead of using the scan and cut, I do this very same thing. If I use my Copics, I use the chisel end just because I feel like it's less impact on the nib. It doesn't ruin it, but over time, it's just not what the nib was made for, and the chisel works really great. It's a little bit faster because I don't have to worry about it bending to mess up what I'm doing. So there's two. We have the two really pretty ones, the light colored ones, but I felt like we needed a dark color one as well in our picture, our scene that we're going to be building. And I'm telling you that it's so satisfying to color on this glitter paper. It gives you that, I don't even know how to describe it. It gives you that feeling when you watch the color go on the glitter. It's just really neat. I found Krazy Kreations many, many years ago, and I used to work in their booth at the expos before I ever worked with any other companies. They were the first one that I worked with. They're super great, and I still work with them sometimes. I'm going to their retreat, and I'm going to have a pop-up shop in the back, but I'm also going to participate because, let me tell you, I love this stuff. So I have a whole drawer dedicated to Krazy Kreations in my house. Use the chisel nib also. When you did that the first time, yeah, it makes you feel so happy. Let me go ahead and do outside this one so I don't have to remember to do it, which one I need to do it on later. Yeah, this was like a magic trick I learned a long time ago, but when I first saw somebody do this around the edges, it made me so happy. There we go. Now we have our 3 trees already done. Hey, Beth. This is your code word tonight, Beth. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and color this guy. Now, I do want to tell you that I chose this pattern paper right here. So tonight's card is going to be purple. So those of you that love purple like me, you're going to be really excited. The page that I chose to use, I think I have some excess right here. This is the paper I chose to use. So it will have purple and it will have pink. So we want to use those colors on our little snowman, so it works really great with the rest of our card. So let me grab some that will look really good. There might be a special bonus in the card this time because it's a gift card holder. So if you've won before, it's okay for you to try again. If you haven't won, it's definitely okay for you to try. You just have to put the word snow in the comments. I think I'll try these colors and see if they match. We have to try the colors just to make sure they match because we don't want to get the wrong color. See, that one I think is a little bit too bright. So I'm going to switch up to this other. That one is the really bright purple in Olo. And you really only need 2 when you're doing this. That's not really bright either. I need a more... Oh, I think I found it. BV might be the answer. I think BV is what we need. Who wouldn't want one of Sandy's beautiful cards? How nice is that? Thank you. Oh, nope, that's not right either. See, those people who say Olo has more purples, they do, but they don't have the one that I want. Let's try this one. This is V7.6. Oh, that's going to get us more where we need to be. Okay, so 7.6, and then they have 4.3 as the next one. Oh, that's nice. I think we'll go with those 2 colors for sure. And then let's try maybe some green with it. Yeah, it would be V00. Yes, it would. But since we're using Olo, we got to have Olo colors. So I think that green would be more like this, which is YG85 and YG83. I think those are pretty close, so I think I'll stick with those. So those are going to be the colors that we're going to put on the image. And then I'm going to grab the snowman colors and the orange because we're going to need the orange and the snowman colors. So for the snowman's nose, I like to use a little bit of a dull orange, almost like a rustic orange. And then maybe something like this, 2.5 and 1.3. Let's see what that looks like together. So that one's a little bit dull. This one's a little bit brighter. Yeah. So I think that'll go together nicely. It looks a lot better in real life. It's like a sage green. Yeah, it is. So I think that's good for the nose. So this cardstock takes coloring well. It's glitter paper, actually. It's glitter paper, and it takes the color real well. So it's not cardstock, it's glitter paper. This is a piece of hammer mill to sample it on. There's also a bit of yellow if we decided we needed that, but I think we're going to be good with what we have. Now, for the snowman, you guys know I like to use gray and blue in there. Oh, I see. It was hard to see the white glitter. Yeah, it's hard to see the white glitter, but it is really shimmery. So I'm going to use C3, and then I'm going to use B2.0, which has a bit of a blue tint to it. And then the 1, I think I need a little bit darker blue tint. So let's try this B0.3 and see if it's better. That might be a little bit too dark. Let's try 0.2. Yeah, that one's better. I kind of liked this one, this shade better though. It has a little bit of green in it. Let's try the BG 2.1 and see if maybe that's better. Yeah, let's use that one. Okay, so C3, BG 2.1, and C1. Those are the 3 we're going to use. I'm an enabler. I kind of want some of this glittery paper now, Sandy. I can teach you how to make it. I can teach you how to make your own, or you can purchase it. Either way, it's really awesome. So you can buy the fine glitter in a little container and it lasts like forever. And then you need double-sided sticky tape, and you need a fairly good glossy white paper to put underneath. You could use hammer mill. I bet it would work okay. But I usually like something a little bit on the thicker side when I make it. So, but I did used to teach in their booth on how to make the glitter paper, so I really know how to do it. Okay, we're going to start with our little snowman. Just in case we have any bleed issues, we can cover them up with the other colors. So always start with the lightest color, or that's the way I like to go. And it's going to be the same as you usually do with like a Copics or whatever, but you're going to just barely touch the paper because the ink's going to pick up super fast. So I'm just going to put the little accent areas in the shape of the snowman where I want some of this white to be. Maybe a teeny bit under his nose. And then that's all we're going to do with that color right there. So it really is fun coloring on this glitter paper because you almost can't mess it up. It's just really easy. It's not about the blending, it's just about getting the ink on the paper. BG 2.1. So I'm just going to kind of go on the inside of where I put that other paper, and I think I'm going to go up here. And then I'm just going to extend out from this. On this side, I'm not going to go on the outside of that line. I'm just going to add on the inside of that line some of this blue just to give us a little bit of a cold weather feeling. I'm an enabler. I know, but I love all this stuff, and it's so fun. Okay, CG1 is what we're going to finish it off with. So we're going to touch around anywhere we haven't put any color, and then up against the color we already put there. So it's just going to dull it a little bit and make it look sparkly fun. So I'm just dragging out from where I put those other colors and just finishing it off. And I use the side of my marker a lot more because I don't really need like the tip of the nib. I just need to get ink on there. Now around this edge right here, I'm going to add this color. You could leave it white if you wanted. Doesn't matter, it's up to you. But that just gives us a bit of color in there. If you do too much, you'll wash away the color that you put in there. But snow is one of my favorites. The color in the glitter paper will be fun to try. It is a lot of fun. It won't ruin your nibs if you just do a little bit here and there. But if you consistently do glitter paper and you press too hard, you can shred the nib just a little bit. But I colored a bunch of these, and as long as you're not doing it with a harsh hand, you have to practice your light hand now, you guys. Practice your light hand touch, then you should be good. Now, if you oversaturate, it can seep under the lines, so try to stay away from the really close edges. If you get it out of line over here, it doesn't matter because you're going to cut it off anyway. But if you get it out of line here, you're going to have a problem. So make sure that you just color close to the edge and not on the edge, and then you won't have any problems. So let's use our purple now. So this is 7.6. I've been doing this glitter paper for a really long time, and I love it. So I'm going to put it, notice how I'm not touching the edge. I'm touching like before the edge, and then the ink just kind of goes where I want it to go. So I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to make the gloves all purple. See how fast when you touch that paper, that ink goes on there. So it's not about the blending. It's just about getting the ink on the paper. And you really only need 2 colors because the light and dark will show. So for this one, I just touch where I stopped on the other color. And the ink will go to the edge, no problem. No need for continuous blending or anything like that. All you have to do is just put a little bit of ink in there and spread that out. It's pretty fun. It looks really cool. You can tell it's glitter now with the color on it. That really makes it stand out. It's just... I'm going to show, oh look, see I went outside the lines, but I don't really care there because I'm going to cut that off anyway. So it can seep, you just need to be real careful for the connecting parts. But if you go outside the lines there, doesn't matter. Okay, we're going to play a little bit of fun on the scarf. We're going to do it striped. So I'm going to start with the lighter colors and then work my way to the darker colors. And we're going to stripe it purple and green. So I'm going to start with the green right here at the top. And I'm just going to put 1 line, skip, skip. And then I'm going to go down the scarf, skipping spaces. And I want my lines to not be lined up with both pieces, so I'm skipping in different spots just to make sure that I have like a very nice striped. Does coloring on the glitter paper over and over ruin or change your markers over time? If you do it a lot, it can work the tip of the nib, but if you color on regular paper, you can also damage the nib over time. So I don't find that it's more than what I get with anything else. I feel if you're okay changing out your nibs eventually, it's not a deal breaker. Agreed. Yep. I mean, I change mine out anyway with Copics, so I don't feel like it's any different than that. And I use my Olos because, like, see how fast the ink goes on there? I only have to touch it just a little bit. And I get that color. But I wanted to show you that even though it really sucks in the color, that you can still use, you can still make stripes and you can still make fancy stuff. So I want this one, the darker one, to be on the other side of the purple. I just am a little bit gentle with my touch. And I don't touch the other color. I just touch beside it. And I really think I need some down here. I think I didn't go far enough on that one. And then here is the V7.6. So I'm going to go on this side with the green. Match that one up. And then I'm going to do right in between these two green. I'm going to do here, here, right in between those. And it's okay if my stripes are different sizes. They're still cute. That's the key to the whole thing, is just keeping them a pretty color. And there you go. Now you have a striped, you have a really cute little striped scarf. I'm going to add a little bit down here in this light purple because I felt like it needed a little bit more. Now for his hat, I'm going to make that hat purple as well because most of the paper we're going to use is purple. But look at how much faster this is to do than coloring regular paper. Not that I would ever give up my Copics, or my coloring on regular paper, but I do like doing this glitter paper. I mean, it's a lot of fun. So there we go. We have a cute little snowman, and then we're just going to cut him out. I'm going to use those same sticky scissors. These are my sticky Krazy Kreations stick scissors, because I have ruined scissors cutting so much glitter paper, but you can clean them for a while over and over with alcohol, and it'll clean off the sticky. But after a really long time, and I have been doing this, like I said, probably 15 years I've been coloring, 10-15 years I've been coloring this glitter paper, however long they've been around. So I did that other business for like 5, 6 years, 7 years, something like that. I've been doing this one, had breaks at 8, 9. Now I've been doing this one half a year. So yeah, it's been probably close to 10 years since I've been doing the glitter paper. So yeah, my scissors, still the same scissors, but they're only used for sticky now. It is fun. It's really fun, and I'm about to show you a few that I made already. They sell card kits, so if you're not really into coming up with your own design, they sell the kit, and it comes with the glitter paper, the stickers, the papers you need to make the card base, the envelope, and then instructions on how to cut the paper to make the card. I usually go a little rogue because I can't help myself, but I love their kits. I buy them a lot. And the other day I went through and did all the kits I have, so I only have one more left, which is a Halloween kit, but I had 2 of them. I accidentally bought the same one twice. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I really like it. And the cutting is not so bad. The line is thick enough, and if you don't cut close enough, you can just cover it up with the black marker. So I think this card is going to go by way faster than I thought. So if it's still fairly early when I get done, I'll show you guys some more things you can do with the glitter paper. But this is fast. And sometimes I cut a little into the black line. It really doesn't matter. It's not going to show how well you fussy cut. It's not going to matter. So as you can see that there's white like showing in all those spots. And I did that on purpose so you could see how much it covers up. So you can see the white on both gloves. So I'm going to show you. I'll do one first. I always do it from the back side so that I don't accidentally color my image. So always from the back side. And all you're doing is touching the side of that with the marker to fill in that. See how I accidentally touched the paper? That's why I always do it from the back side. That way I don't ever mess up my design. But look at that hand now, and then look at that hand. See the difference? It's so much better to just go over it with this pen, and it doesn't take very long, and that makes fussy cutting easier. So you can kind of see it take its shape and cover up that white pretty easily. So if you've never tried Krazy Kreations, it's super fun. And they're having a retreat in January in Arizona, and I will be there. I will be probably doing like a little make and take and showing my product, and then doing all of their designs as well. So I've been playing a little bit with their paperwork, with their papers and stickers and all their stuff, so I could show you guys more that you could do. Yeah, he's very adorable. And I do have an addiction for them. So I have 3 albums like this. Let me show you. I have 3 of these Krazy Kreations albums, and they are full of outline stickers. Look. So I have 3 of them, and they're full of outline stickers. So I am just way obsessed with their stuff. But now we have these 3. Aren't these just the cutest ever? Make sure if you're jumping on that you type the word snow if you want to win this card. I'm going to show you. I didn't do my scoring yet, but I did already cut out my my papers, but I'm going to give you the measurements as well. So for this one, I'm going to save this piece because it's big enough it could put a flower on it. The rest of these, maybe I might save this, and then I might save this, because you never know when you might need a really small piece, and I don't want to waste any glitter paper. You know, I love the thick lines on those stickers. Oh yeah, me too. I really like thick lines. Okay, I'm gonna need to grab my scoreboard. Step 1. Here's the code word, snow. Make sure you've typed it. You only have to type it once. Okay, let's put these pretty flashy guys over for a second. You have to cut. The first step is to take your 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and cut it at 4.5 by 11. Okay, so you only have to make one cut. On the 8.5 side at 4.25, I'm sorry, 4.25, just like an A2 size card, but leave the 11-inch long. So 4.25 by 11 inches. Here, I'll show you. 4.25. Let's see. Make sure it zooms in where it's supposed to. Those lines really mess up my camera. Okay, so 4.25 by 11. That's what you need. I didn't cut this 11 down at all. And then we're going to score on this in 2 places. We're going to score at 1.5. So I'm going to grab my little score piece, 1.5, and then 5.5. Right here. That's it. And that's all you got to do on that. So it's a pretty easy card base. One thing you do have to have is some sort of punch. I like to use my 1-inch circle punch, but you can use anything you want. Do you have any Krazy Kreations available? Oh, you mean Krazy Kreations in my shop? I don't sell it in my shop, but I do have a link for their shop, and their stuff's not really expensive, so you're pretty cool. So on the 1.5 line to the left, halfway down, you're going to put a half a circle. So I'm just going to eyeball that. I'm just going to put it halfway into my circle hole punch, just like that, and cut a half a circle. So we need that. And that's the only punch you need to make. And then we have to cut a few more pieces of paper. So I'm going to bring the instructions out. So if you're going to want to take a photo of the instructions, now is the time. You ready? Here we go. I'm going to zoom in just a tad so you can see it a little better. Wrong way. There we go. So it says A2 gift card holder. Cut the solid cardstock to 11 by 4.25. Score on the long side at 1.5 and 5.5, which is what we already did. Use 1-inch circle punch to cut the half circle on the left side of the 1/2 score line. So 1.5 score line, punch right there. We're done. And then down here, I decided to double mat tonight. If you don't want to, you can skip one of them. We're going to have several colors on our matting, so I have put down all of the matte colors. So we need a piece of paper. I chose pink. That's 3 7/8 by 4 1/8. So it's a little bit longer this way on this side, a little bit shorter here, but it's gonna fit on here perfectly. See? You need 2 of those. Okay? And then you also need a strip that is 1 1/4 by 4 1/8. So it looks like this. So 1/8 inch wide and 1/4 inch wide and 4 1/8 inch long. It's right here. Okay, so it's going to be the same height as this one. A little bit longer. Okay, so next one, the second mat, if you guys are following me and you're really good at this, it's 1/8 of an inch smaller all the way across. So this one is 3 3/4 by 4. So it fits right on top of this one with an 8 inch border. Wow, say that fast a bunch of times. And you need 2 of them, so you can border both of them. And they're perfect. And then for the little one right here, 1/8 by 4, will also fit on top of this one. See? So we're building our little mats here. Then our pattern paper, I cut this one to 3 5/8 by 3 7/8. So 3 5/8 this way, 3 7/8 this way, and it's going to fit right on top of this one. Just perfectly. It's 1/8 of an inch smaller. Now on this centerpiece, hey Mom, yay, you made it home. On this centerpiece right here, we're going to make this one white. So it says this is the pattern paper I just cut. Then you're going to make the smaller one, 1 inch by 3 7/8, which is going to fit right here. Okay, same paper, I just cut another strip of it. And then the last one, we didn't do this by 2. We only need 1, but we need to cut it again in the same size, but in white. So you have somewhere to write on the inside of the cards. This is going to be on the inside of the card. And I've never done it this thick, so I'm hoping it works. So these are, if you want to take a snap of that, these are the instructions without my fingers on them. And that's what it makes. 3, 2, 1, gone. I'll bring it back at the end if you need me to. Okay, so now we're going to put this together and we're going to decorate. So before we fold the card, I want to put these pieces together first. That way I don't have to worry about a folded card not being smooth, not being the way that I want it. So I'm going to start with the front cover, which is this one. This is going to be our front cover. And since I have pink and purple in there, I thought that would be really cute. So I'm going to take the purple one and I'm going to glue it on top of this Bubble Bath pink. That's the name of the Stampin' Up! Paper, is Bubble Bath. I don't usually know the names all that well, but I just looked at that one earlier, so I knew it was Bubble Bath. There's not a wrong way to, you'll know if you put this down the wrong way because it's longer on one side than it is the other. So if you try to lay it down and it doesn't fit, turn it the other way. I'm going to flip that over, and I'm going to use my press pop right here. If you don't have one of these, it's my lifesaver. Use it all the time. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to take my pattern paper, and I'm going to decorate it with our images that we colored already. So I wanted to put some trees on here. So maybe I'll put them like on this side. And it's okay for them to hang over a little bit because we have 2 mats. And then I'll put this one down just a bit lower. And then we're going to take this little snowman and I'll probably pop him up just because it's so cute. And he's going to be right here. Look how cute that is. My goodness, it worked out great. I'm very happy with that. Okay, I'm going to take the little snowman. Maybe I'll just pop up his gloves. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. I'm going to put glue on the back of this one. And just for good measure, I'm going to touch the sticky part since it's just been hanging out there by itself. In case I touched it with my finger too much. Now I'm going to do this one. And it doesn't matter how messy it looks on the back as long as it looks really good on the front. So I'm going to put this one up just a little bit higher, and I'm going to let it hang off the edge a little bit. Just a little bit. If you get it crooked, the Barely Art glue will give you a couple of seconds or so to move it around, so don't worry about that. Now I'm going to put the next one on. Kind of overlapping these trees, and I like the different colors. I think it just looks great. Oh, you love it, Meg? Yay! I'm so glad. I really am trying to come up with new stuff for you guys in the whole month of December. Almost like everyone's doing advent calendars and stuff. I'm trying to do a little bit of the holiday spirit and showing you guys different cards and different stuff that I have in my craft room. Again, using this tool, love it. Need those couple of seconds for sure. Just rubbing that so I know that it's on there, stuck really good, very nicely. And I love that paper. Isn't that beautiful? I think this would be great if we put pops on the gloves so the gloves stood out. And I'll show you, I have these little guys. I wish I had more of the thin ones. I'm gonna have to order some more. This is about half the width. This one, see how thin that is? And then this one is much thicker. See how thick that one is? I like these thin ones, but I don't have any more in this shape. So it might take me a little while, but I think I'm gonna put the thin ones on the body. If you guys don't mind, it'll give you time to type in the code word so you could win this card potentially. So do I not have any little ones? Okay, so I'm gonna grab this because I've already cut them. You can cut them apart and you can do whatever you need to, but I'm gonna need them cut apart for the gloves. So I really just need one little square here for the gloves. So I want that to stick up a little bit higher. And then I'm going to stick these kind of around so that it's not popped up quite as far as the rest of him. I usually use my tweezers for these, but I don't know, I got lazy tonight, I guess. There we go. I have been working on so much stuff today. I have scatterbrain. And my husband kept coming in saying, when are you going to work on blah, blah, blah? And I was like, when I finish this other stuff. What foam is that? This is scrapbook adhesives. Here's the label. I'll show you. And they have it in thin and they have it in regular. I like the black ones in thin and regular. But see how it says thin 3D foam squares? The other ones just say 3D foam squares. This one says thin. So they're thinner like this. And I like it because the thinner you can build dimension without having to double up the already thick ones. And so if you haven't heard of these are amazing. I'm not sure where you get them, but when I figure it out, I'll post it in the group so you guys can find them too. I always get them at the expo, and now I'm out and I need them, so I'll have to search around for where I can get them from now. I usually buy them in huge bundles when I go to the expo, but I've used most of them already. That's what happens when you craft all the time. You use them all so much. Now I'm putting the thicker ones on his gloves. So you can tell when I hold it, see how much thicker this one is than that one. You can get them for wholesale. Oh, let me know. Share. Tell me all about it. I would love to have these in the shop because I use them all the time. Message me, message me, message me. I would love to know. Inquiring minds want to know. You guys, I got this box from Amazon the other day. It was so heavy, I couldn't even pick it up. And I was like, what the heck arrived on my doorstep? And it is the notebooks that I will be building for each person who attends the retreat. So if you're going to attend the retreat or thinking about it, know that I'm already working on all the cool stuff we're going to do. And by the way, if you didn't know, Sandra is going to be one of our sponsors. So, yee-hoo! We have Sandra, Scrappy Boy, and La La Land right now are all going to be sponsors for the event. Look at how cute this guy is. I'm so excited. And I have this extra piece of paper. And I want to test what happens if I put the white gel pen on the paper. Like, will it look like snow? I'm just not sure. So I'm going to use this extra paper that I have to test that out. And then we're going to decide if we want to add snow to the bottom or not. So this is the extra sheet of paper I have. So we're going to play around with that as well. So now I'm going to set these aside. And we're going to attach this to our card base. Look at how cute that is. You're going to miss the fun. Sounds horrible, but I hope Peyton doesn't qualify for regionals. That way I can come to the retreat. Christina. Oh, you're so sweet. Well, I'm torn because I want her to qualify. Maybe somebody can help you out. I would love for you to come to the retreat. I think we're going to have so much fun. We limited the space so that we can really get to know the people who are there and really get to help them. There will be open times for one-on-one. So you'll definitely have a chance to work with me if that's what you want. There we go. Now I'm going to pick it up, flip it over, and I'm going to rub it with this just to make sure everything's got a good hold. There we go. Now look at how cute that is. And his little gloves are higher than the rest of him. It's so perfect. It's so cute. Okay, so we built that one. Now this one is going to be on the inside where our sentiment is. And I definitely want to decorate it as well. I'm just really feeling the decoration tonight. So I had like a little extra paper and I thought maybe I would stick it at the bottom here just to give it a teeny bit of a design. Doesn't have to be anything really fancy, but just a little bit of something. So I'm gonna set that right there. I saved my scraps. I usually do until I'm all done making, just in case there's something I can use. And then I'm going to flip this over and chip that off. Now we're going to put our layers together. So our purple on top of our pink. Oh, I need to give, give some notebooks for the retreat also. Oh, that would be amazing. I love your notebooks. Now, before too long, I'm going to be done with the second one. I'm going to need to order a third one. Because I love those notebooks so much. If you guys don't know what she's talking about, I've showed them on my lives a few times, but I can show you again. They are amazing. So there we go. We have that one. Now we're going to put this one on top. So I'm going to glue the back of this. Yes, I print lots of stuff on paper, and I either change my mind or it didn't print right. And then I turn that paper into my card insides just so I don't have to waste any paper. So if you don't do that, you should do that too, because no one will know that you're doing it unless, you know, you do it on a live and everyone can see. And then only the people who saw know, everyone else doesn't. And honestly, nobody can tell. See, you can't even see that there was anything on the other side. You have some for the retreat giveaway. Woohoo! You guys have no idea what a bonus treat that'll be. So, I think what she's talking about, which one are you talking about, Sandra? The little one or the bigger one? This is her planner, which is awesome. But this is the book I was talking about. And it comes in white and purple. I have them both, of course, because, you know. But, yeah, look, this one's already completed. It's a practice book. I set it up for a practice book so I could practice coloring all of my stuff. And then this one's not colored all yet, but it is about halfway there on all of that. And then when I go travel somewhere, I just take this book and my markers, and that way I always have something to stamp or to color while I'm gone, because I don't want to get caught off guard and not have time to stamp stuff. So I just do everything ahead of time. This is going to be our accent piece that's going to be sitting off to the side. So I'm just adhering it in the same order as the one from the inside. But I love the little one. I love the little one. That is my favorite. And by the way, you can color straight on the paper. It will allow you to color right directly on the paper. It's a slight adjustment how you color on it, just by like how much pressure and stuff. But it doesn't take but a second to get used to it. And it's a great practice book. It also tells me what stamps I have. I just look through it and I know. I really have it just for my Sassy Club, mostly Sassy Club and me. And you could use it to keep track of your stamps too. That's an awesome idea. But I have a ton of Sassy Club, so I went ahead and stamped them off. I was caught up, but recently I've ordered some more, and now I'm not caught up anymore. So after the holidays, I'll catch up. Oh, that would be great. So now we have this one. I'm going to leave it decorated just like that. I don't want to put anything at the bottom right now. If you're just popping on, make sure you type the word snow if you want to win this card. If you want the chance to win the card. I was going to use Merry Christmas off of my stamp set, but I've decided that I'll just use the sentiment that comes on these stamp sets. So there's Let It Snow. So I'm just going to pull that off and put that up here. So I just pulled it on the edge. I usually try to hold it in the middle. A longer word's a little more challenging, but it just lay one spot down and then just let it fall, and it'll just go on there the way that you want. And I didn't want to go off the page, so I started with the word that was going to be closest to the edge, and then I'm just going to add to it with the it. And then there's a teeny tiny dot here for the dot on the eye. It's a little challenging to pick up with these. I need the pointy ones. And then I should be able to pick it up. Who knows? I got too much junk all over my little tweezers, but I have been known to try to pick it up like this and then flick it somewhere, and then I can't find it. I'll just pick up another one for now, since I've already used the other images, and Well, this feisty little sucker giving me a hard time. Ah, there we go. And then, or you could just use a pen and just dot the I. It's not really that big of a deal. Look, you can barely see it anyway. And then the word let, like it's all connected together, so you just lift it up. I like to hold the middle letter, and I'm going to put it right there. Once you have all the stuff on there that you want and you're happy with where it's at, you just press it like that, and voila, that part is on there now too. Now I'm not sure, I want to use these, I'm not sure how that's going to work, and I want to test the white gel pen on this to see if it really will look like snow or not. So I just want to see if I were to put little dots of white gel pen, is it going to look like snow, or is it just going to look like I have a mess on my paper, or are you not going to be able to see it at all? I just want to see if I put it around the base of the trees, will I be able to see it? I think I will. So we'll just put a little bit. That way, if it doesn't, if you can't really see it, it's okay. I just want to put it, I don't want to touch too much the base of the tree trunk because it's slick and it won't stay on there. But I think this will be just enough to give me just a little bit of what looks like snow. If anybody has suggestions on a way to build snow on your card, I would love to know. Inquiring minds want to know. This works out better if you do it more than once, but for now, there we go. I'm going to put a little bit down here too because we need a little bit below him as well. And I'm going to come back in for a second coat when it dries, just so I can make it look a little bit more dimensional. But it's pretty light right now, so I'm not sure if it'll show up much. But let's let that dry, and let's put the rest of the card together. So let's pull out that card base that we had. This one that is 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to flip it over and we're going to fold towards the inside, so now it's kind of in half, and I'm going to burnish that edge, and then this is the way your regular card would open, and then I'm going to fold this one towards the inside as well. And I'm going to burnish that edge. This is a super quick way to make a gift card holder. See? So cute. All right, here we go. Now, when we fold this over, we have this open space on this side. I bet you already know what goes there, don't you? Ta-da! So we're going to go ahead and attach that. I knew you would know. I knew you would know. Now, if you wanted to, you could pop it up, make it a little bit bigger, and it could tuck under there to hold the card closed. But I didn't do that for this one. But there are always ways you can modify these designs on whatever hits your fancy. I love to see different ways that you change up what I show you to make it your own. There we go. How cute is that? All right, now this part is the front of our card. So this is gonna fit on there. Ooh, who's thinking, man, I wanna win that card. I wanna win that card. Just type the word snow and you could be in the drawing. If you haven't typed it already. There we go. And I don't sign the inside when you win. I do write you a note, but I don't sign the inside. So you can use it to give a gift card or, you know, whatever you want to do with it. I don't write on the inside for that reason. So you can still use it. Just going around the edge to make sure I got a real good hold. Because that's what I really care about is the edge. And then we'll open it up and rub it on the inside. Make sure everything's okay. Now, you do want to win, right? So this one is going to go on the inside. This is where you're going to write your message to someone. We could stamp it, but I'll let you put whatever you want on it. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue it down. So you see how easily this came together, and there was only the accent pieces you had to cut, one large cut and 2 score lines, and that's it. You're done. It's really simple card, but so much wow factor. It's just awesome. Also, if you don't have this Barely Art glue, it's my favorite. I love it. Use it all the time. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the back while I have it open. And then we'll flip it back over. Now, when we close this, you can't see the inside. So it's hidden until you open it up. And then when you open it up, you'll be able to see all the cool things on the inside. Now, I did not cut a piece of fancy paper for this side, but I do think it would be neat if we had a pink one. So let me see if I have some pink extra paper over here, because I think that I do. Yeah, almost. Nope, too small. Let's try this one more scrap before I go to the next. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so what we need this to be is, I just take my ruler. This is how I decide what size. So I'm just going to go 1/8 of an inch smaller than 1.5. So I'm going to grab my trimmer because I want to put a little pink on this side. So 1.5 is too big. I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch smaller than that. Just like this. I don't want to put the pattern paper because I don't want to take away from this side. I want you to be looking at that side. But I do want to add a little cover over here. So I normally don't do this if I've already punched it. But we're going to do it anyway. We're going to eyeball it and hope that we get it perfect. We will see, though, if I can find my punch. You would think I didn't have enough stuff on my desk to hide a punch. But I do. I have way too much stuff on my desk right now. Let's see. I might not do this if I can't find the punch. So what do you guys think so far? Tell me what you think so far while I'm looking for my punch, because I have no idea what I do with it. Oh, found it! I used to have a Stampin' Up punch, but I killed it at the expo when I was doing make and takes. I actually killed 2 of them. I killed my mom's and mine. I had to buy her a new one too. Stampin' Up didn't sell them anymore, so I had to gonna hold it like that. That's how I measure where I want that cut to be, and I'm gonna go just a little bit deeper. I know a lot of people would be like, I'm not doing that. What if I don't get it right? Well, I didn't get it right either, and that's okay. I'm off just a little bit. See how I'm off just a little bit? So one of 2 things, you can either fix that by going in here and just trimming a little bit wider, or you could just leave it. It's up to you. There we go. Close. No cigar. Not quite close enough. A little bit more. So just line it up. and just trim a little bit more off of there. And then it'll fit on there perfectly. It's a little bit off. I'll show you. May have to trim it with my scissors. See, it needs to be a little bit more on that side. I'm almost there. Almost. Just a teeny bit more. And we'll be there. Let's see how we did this time. Oh, look at that. Almost perfect. Now, in order to trim that up to make that look real smooth, I'm going to use my regular scissors that are not sticky. And I'm just going to fix that. So normally I would recommend doing this before, like stick this on and then punch them both. And that way you don't have that problem. But look, it's perfect. So I'm going to glue that on just for a little bit of extra decoration. And now you know how I decide on sizes. I just kind of wing it, measure the one that's there, and then make it smaller, whichever way you want. I'm going to add this to our design, just so we have a little bit of that pink on the inside. I'm going to flip this over. Now, for this piece right here, this is the only part you have to do that you can't forget, otherwise your gift card won't fit in there. It's much bigger than a gift card. So the gift card fits in there like this. So you have this much to glue on. So don't worry, it doesn't have to be a teeny tiny spot, but it does have to be very close to the edge like this. So only glue on the top and the bottom. You love my cards. I'm a paper wizard. I do love to make shaped cards and figure out different ways to use things I see online, and then I remeasure them and I modify them and I do whatever I can think of to change them up, make them different, or I just sit here and play with paper. So it's kind of whatever works for you, but I love doing it, so I'm more than happy to share when I learn. I'm going to add a little bit more of this this white, and this time I'm going to do it in a tapping motion so that it leaves it looking a little bit spottish. You can't see it too well on camera, but I can see it in person, so you'll be able to see it. If you win it, you'll be able to see it when you get it. So just add a little bit more. And it'll give it time to dry while we bling it up, because I do have a little bit of bling idea I want to do on the front. Not that it isn't blingy enough with all its glitter and fancified, but I do want to add a few of these because I think they go really nice with the lanterns. So I'm going to grab my little thingy here. I'm going to use my tweezers to pick out a few, put them on the table so I can mess with them. I wish I had my scoop. I need my scoop. I'll just do it with my finger. I think I'll put it in my tray so I can dump it back in. So this is the bling tray, right? Isn't that what it's called, honey? This is the bling tray. And then that way I can just pour them right, whatever I don't use. The little notches in there, if you just shake it gently, we'll flip them over so they're all right side up, and that's the way you want them when you stick them on your card. So it's very helpful. Just gonna stick a few on here, and then I'll decide from there how many more I want to do. Oops, I dropped him. So we have this one. The glue dries clear and invisible, so don't worry about that. You'll see the white while it's wet, and once it dries, totally fine. There we go. And I want a few over here. I might do one here and then two more here. That's 6, so I'm going to need a 7th. Stick, little guy, stick. Stick, little guy. This is a pretty card. I'm really happy with this card. One more, and I think I'll put it up here. Just because I gotta have an odd number. Otherwise, it drives me crazy. Now, I have a few more in my tray. I just tip it over, tap it, it goes back where it's supposed to be, and all is good. This is our bling tray, and this is the top that you can put on it. I can turn it upside down and shake it, and everything stays right where it's supposed to. So it's awesome, and you can buy it in 3 layers. I have mine in 3 layers, so you can choose what you want. I'm going to use this again because this is my favorite tool, and I'm just going to press them down to make sure they get a really good hold. And then look at this fancy card. It's so cute. I opted to not use the snowflakes. I like the gemstones better. Okay, so if you haven't seen, if you haven't typed the word snow, you need to type the word snow if you want to be in the drawing. I'm going to hold this up. I'm going to turn the camera a little bit so it takes some of that shine off there, and maybe you can see the glitter better. You can see it here. See all that glitter? And then you open it up, and on this side, this gift card just slides in here, just like that. And now you have a gift card present. And you can use that, I mean, you can use that, you can make birthday, Christmas, whatever you want, you can make it with this design. So I'll give you the measurements one more time while I pull out the other cards that I was going to show you. So if you didn't take a snap of it and you want it, here it is. And now I'm going to show you a couple of the things I did with the glitter stickers, because I happen to have them right here. So they sell tags. So they sell the little wooden things. So you can make tags for your presents, and you can put a gift card on the back. So all you have to do is make a little pocket, kind of like this pocket we made over here. Just make a little pocket on the back, and you can put a gift card on there so that you can make their tag gift card, and they could have something super cute. This is the wedding card. This is paper piecing on the dress, and then glitter on the veil and glitter on here. And these are just outline stickers that they sell as well. But look at how cute that is. This is on the warm glitter paper, so it has gold hint to it. And that's our stamp. Congratulations, fit perfectly on that card. Here's another one with cactus. Look at how sparkly those cactus and butterfly are. Aren't they cool? And here's the snow globes I did. Those are the other 2 snowmen from tonight, but I made them in snow globes. The blingy stuff in them. Cute, huh? So yeah, they have so many things, so much fun, and you can even use them. This is on hammer mill paper. So this is me Copic coloring, or actually Olo coloring on hammer mill paper using the outline sticker. So I put the outline sticker and then colored on the paper. So yes, you can do lots and lots of things with these. This is not glitter paper. This is hammer mill paper with the sticker on it and Olo colored. So lots of stuff you can do with those stickers. So much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you really liked that. I hope you have a great weekend. I will be back on Tuesday for another card making or project making session. And I will still, because it's still December, I will still be doing a giveaway of the card that we make. So good luck to everyone who typed the word snow. I hope that, I wish you all luck. I wish everyone could win, but we'll have one winner, and I will announce it after the live's over. Just give me about 10 minutes to gather the names, put them in the spin wheel, and then you guys will be able to win. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I hope you love it. There you go. It fits in an A2 envelope. It's exactly A2 size. So there's an A2 envelope, and it will fit right inside of that. So you don't have to worry about that. It's the right size. So have a super great evening, and I will see you guys on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Thank you for watching. Good night.